guys, it's Kelly Ann and welcome back to the first Flossy Friday of the new year. I'm really excited. I'm sorry that I didn't get to do a video last week, but I didn't have internet and they fixed it yesterday. I don't remember when. But I do have internet now, so that means that I can upload videos, which is fantastic. And also watch videos. I'm so behind. One, because there's no internet at my dad's house. And two, I came home and didn't have internet. So, very behind, but I do have some stuff to show you. So that is kind of like the good thing. I'm not going to do like a what I got for Christmas type haul, except for the couple of stitchy things that I did receive, because I did receive a couple of stitchy things. So, I'm just going to get that out of the way, and then we will talk about whips and things like that. I hope that you kind of have already noticed some of the changes to this year's newest first video, but also another change that's going to be happening, you'll see in just a little bit over here. I'm really excited about it. I've been wanting to do it for a while because, not going to lie, I've gotten lazy about filling out the down bar. So, hopefully this will help, and also it lets me play a little bit more with my editing stuff. So, and also digital painting. So anyways, without further ado, let's talk about the couple of things that I got for Christmas. So my dad's girlfriend, Jackie, she got me a lot of thread. Some of these look really similar from one pack to the next, but a couple of them are different. For instance, these are really similar, but this one is only in this pack. So I got a fair amount of these kinds of threads. These are more for like embroidery. They are thicker, but they might work for certain patterns, maybe. So there is that, which is kind of fun. And then this one is really cool. So it is kitted with all of the DMC pearl cottons, which I've never used, so that'll be really fun. And so there is a story, this is a reason behind this. So a really long time ago, like back in 2010, maybe 2009, I don't know, one of my very first Instagram photos, actually, it might be my first Instagram photo, and if you care to go back and check that out, you can. But it's one of my very first photos, either on, I think it's Instagram. It's also on my Facebook, my personal Facebook page. But anyways, I took a picture because I was studying, and Gizmo was behind my laptop and just staring at me with eyes like this. And it looked creepy but cool, but also that was Gizmo. So Jackie found this online. She wanted to get me some stitchy related items, so she got me this, and it doesn't look exactly like Gizmo. Gizmo is had symmetrical markings, which is super unusual for calico cats. But I mean, it's a calico cat, but she said this really reminded her of that photo of her looking over the laptop. This is probably like a piece of like wood or something. But anyways, I think the only thing that I may change is that Gizmo had green eyes. I may or may not change that, but this will be really fun to do another needle point. I know that I still have that other small one left to finish, but it comes with everything. I've never tried pearl cottons, so I think this will be really fun. And then it also, because I haven't opened this, but it looks like it also gives you the actual pattern. So if you didn't want to do it as the needle point and maybe you wanted to do it as a cross stitch, you could. So that's kind of cool. But this also looks the same size as possibly a diamond painting. I don't know. I'm unsure. But anyway, so really cool to get to do that. One more thing. So this wasn't a gift or anything, but I know that I've mentioned it on my channel, and it's been a really long time since I've talked about this because I didn't know where it was. And we were kind of looking through some stuff and I found it. Forever it had been in my parents' closet, and I guess it got moved. in one of the times that my dad went through the closet. And so I guess it's been moved for a long time, or maybe before my mom passed away, she moved it and we just never looked in the drawer that we found this in. But whenever I was younger, we went to Germany, and Austria and Italy, and that's where I got, well, my mom got these smaller ones, these little kits from Austria. So maybe this is from Austria, not Germany. Anyways, she got a couple little kits, and actually, I think I found another one back home, but I didn't bring it back with me, so next time I will. But I wanted the guardian angel on the bridge with the 2 kids. And, yeah, I'm so excited. It's a 100% cotton canvas, made in Europe, and it has all the DMCs that you need for it listed. I'm trying to hold it at an angle to where you can see it, because you can see through this. It is a painted canvas, but I'm so excited. My grandmother always had a print of this in the dining room, and actually I think it's still there because it didn't get ruined in the flood. But so I always wanted one of my own, and so I saw this, and we had the opportunity to kit it up, and you could kit it up in wool, wool and cotton. So basically what they were telling us back then was some of the different, like the tree or like the river and stuff like that, you could do in like wools and different thickness of threads, so that way it had more dimension. And I don't know, I may consider doing that. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. So this is something that I want to add to my 2019 starts. Yeah. Anyways, finally found it. I'm really excited, and hopefully I can get this started this year, because I mean, we got this, we went over there whenever I was either 10 or 11. So it's been a really long time. And it's been lost for the last 11 years. So, yeah. I'm really excited for that. All right, let's get into some stitching. So we'll talk about the hands-on design, a year in celebrations. So once again, I am making all the edits like possible. And I believe I showed you April. I know I've showed you January, February, March. And I believe I showed April. So I changed the word grow to rains. And so this is where I'm at with May. Now, I could have gotten May finished, because I took this home with me for the first leg of my trip home. So for the Christmas leg of my trip. And then I had to come back the day after to work one single day. And then whenever I went back home, I only brought one home with me, and that was the Apostles' Creed, which I'll show you that in a minute. But this is how much I got done. So basically at my dad's house, he likes to spend time with you, which there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's fantastic. But his idea of relaxing is watching TV, which that is also my idea of relaxing, but I like to watch TV with light on so that way I can listen and like watch and, you know, whatever, but I also stitch. And he watches TV with no lights on. And if you turn them on, he doesn't like it. So, his house, his rules. So I really only got to stitch super late at night after everything was over, after we were done all hanging out and everybody, you know, decided let's go lay down. And some of the nights I was too tired. So I am making a change. I have changed all the colors. So I'll just tell you what those are. But I have changed the colors. And once again, this is Picture This Plus 32 count Bramble Lugana. And I have changed the colors. So I am doing this in, and I don't know the names of all of them, but Gassed 850, DMC 3881, which is the light green. The dark brown is Molasses by Weeks Dye Works 1268. B5200 for the white. The bright pink is going to be Hibiscus by Gassed, which is, oh my god, 780 if it'll get out of this little pile. So that's going to be the flowers around the border. I'm trying to think of what else is finished. The yellow, or the color of the butterflies, is going to be this right here, which is Weeks Dye Works 2225. The light pink flowers are in Fabrics by LJ's Shirley Temple. The other color of the basket is going to be Gassed Brandy. And the darker green, which is this border, is Moss by Weeks Dye Works 2201. So those are some of the changes that I've been making on this. I already have the colors picked out for June. Oh, I also made another change. So I'll show you on the actual pattern. There's May. All right, so May has the word basket. So aside from changing the colors, I really wanted it to say flowers. So April showers, April rain brings May flowers. I just didn't like that it said basket. I'm not going to change every month's word. I've only changed April and May. But what I did have to do was I had to extend this by quite a bit. And I'm not going to show too much for too long, but I had to extend it quite a bit. So I'm not doing the little loops on the ends. And then I'm kind of reconfiguring the side, like little loops this way. Just a little bit, not a whole lot, but I really like it a whole lot more. And they're really easy to like change. They're really small and easy to edit. And I think that's one thing that I really love about this pattern, is that it's really easy to make it your own. And so I really like that. And I already, like I said, I already have the colors picked out for June. So I'm excited to get back to that. But I am trying to make my goal with the Apostles' Creed. I should probably show this other one real fast because I did start it before I went home for New Year's. So I had to come back into town for a single day to work. And just before Christmas, Barbara Anna released a final pattern of the year. I give you my heart. I really, really, really love this pattern. I think it's adorable. I also changed a lot of the colors. So I am doing it in all Victorian Motto sampler threads because I had to. Because I got them from Tiffany, and so I picked a ton of threads and then a solitary 310. So I'll tell you the threads that I picked. I picked Colonial Rose Tent, May Blossoms, Best Prim Purple, Wine, Yummy Peach, Cherry Swirl, Orchid, Gold Rush, Pretty Pink, Leprechaun, Audubon Medley, Formal Garden, Early Cape Cod, and Seaside, and good old 310, my best friend, for this pattern. So I'm in love with it. truly. I started it the 2 nights that I was at home before heading back for New Year's weekend. And this is how far I got. I love it. I'm not making, like, I wrote down, and did I do it on the actual page? Okay, I did. All right, so I actually picked colors for all of these, and then one of the icons, I just put choose a color, and I have a couple extra colors in there that I want to somehow incorporate. But there are a few that I'm changing just like regardless. So this purple in her hair is supposed to be the color of her skin, and I've changed that. But I made her more of an auburn with some lighter colored highlights. And I made the color of the dress. The color of the dress is pretty similar. But I also didn't make her skin so stark white. I made her more peachy colored, and I'm also doing this in the lime green. So I have been making some changes. I might not put the year in there, and I'm gonna randomize these a little bit more, kind of just see what I want to do basically. It's been really fun to work on. This is the last scrap that I have of that Picture This Plus. I believe it's 18 count. Might be 32, but I believe it's 18 count Haunted that I re-dyed with coffee and tea and then baked. So I thought that she would just really pop with the colors that I picked for her on this color fabric. And I think I want to find like an oval frame for her if I can. But I don't know. We'll see about the whole finishing thing. But I really am enjoying her. So it's a modified Picture This Plus piece of Haunted. All Victoria Motto sampler threads. And that's kind of... so I do want to post my conversion. See, I have it also written down this little piece of paper. I do want to post my conversion, and that's another thing that this year I want to be a lot better at is working my blog. So I do have the blog spot. It's kellyann86.blogspot.com. My last update was in October. I really need to get better at that, but I do have some ideas of improving my blog spot and hopefully being more active and regular on there, because I do know that it is fun for some people to know if you change colors of threads and all that kind of stuff. And so you'll see with the little change over here that I am trying to be better at saying the designer name, or giving you that information regardless if I say it or not, but all the thread changes and stuff, sometimes I don't even remember them, to be quite honest. I'm going to be totally open and fair about that. But if I do remember them, or if I do post about it while I'm in the middle of working on it and it isn't like a past finish or something that I'm just talking about, I will try to give more of that kind of information like I have in the past on the blog. I just haven't been as active doing it. And there's many reasons for that, but we don't need to get into all that. Okay. So last but not least, 18 count Picture This Plus Ancient, Heartstring Sampleries, The Apostles' Creed, and this copy is already spoken for. But so I finished at my dad's, I finished half. I finished the whole bottom half. So I got all the rest of the words down here. I got these motifs finished. I got more words up here done. And honestly, the words go by a whole lot faster. I mean, I'm still not the fastest stitcher ever. There are definitely way faster people, stitchers out there like Heather and Stephanie. They're way faster than me. And maybe it's because I distract myself with TV. I don't know. but it is the way, it is what it is. So one of the things that I wanted to do though, before this weekend, because I am going to be in town this weekend, but I'm trying to get this finished by January 7th. So I'm hoping that that can happen. But the parts that were keeping me held up are these big motifs that require a lot of repetitive stitching, and not that that's a bad thing. So I really wanted to finish these crowns. I need to go back and finish this vine, but I knew that this top one would be particularly a beast for me. So I've been working on this top. All the crowns are finished. So I've been working on this top, and since the crowns are finished, I'm just gonna, once I get this done, hopefully tonight, I'm gonna just finish these lines right here, and then I'll move back down to this section, finish this vine, get that done, and then have a single color left on this pattern, and then this will be done. So I'm really, really, really hoping to finish this by Monday, so that way I can be done for the challenge at my quilt guild. It's just, funny enough, this is the largest piece on my list for that challenge, and it would be nice to have the largest piece finished at the very beginning of the year. So, but I love this. I love these colors up here. I've been starting to worry that this is too like muted, but I honestly, I like that it's kind of muted. It's pretty low key, but I like that because it's also down there. So I currently have already put away 4 colors that I've used in this. And I do know the color conversions because it's all charted in Gast, Classic Color Works, and Weeks. So I kind of made my own conversion. So I'll definitely put the colors that I used in the blog. And then I only used one specialty thread. I changed out her wings, and I did these initials down here in clamshell. I do remember that. It is clamshell from Weeks Dye Works. So anyways, I hope that y'all enjoyed this update. I hope that y'all had a fantastic Christmas. Like I said in my little 1-minute video, I was trying to put something out last week without having internet, but not make it too long. So that way, 1, it didn't use too much of my data, which too late at that already. But also 2, just so that way I would have put something out because I wanted to and was supposed to. But I hope they all had a fantastic Christmas and New Year's, and I hope that you like the changes that I've already started incorporating, and hopefully there'll be more to come. But yeah, it was a great Christmas. And it was a really good New Year's. I got to go spend time with some of my, a really good friend of mine actually used to live together. His band was playing at his dad's bar back home. So we got to go and see him play. And, one of my friends from the military was in from out of town. And so he came out that night, which was really good. I hadn't seen him in forever. So it was kind of like a little miniature class reunion. And then I got to see one of my other really good friends for lunch earlier that day. So overall, it was just a really good week and a half off from work and spending time with family and friends. So I hope that all of y'all got plenty of stitching time in, and I'm trying to see what the rest of this month's goals look like. I'm just right now trying to get Apostles' Creed finished for Monday, and then I'll find out what next month's piece is. And so I'll have to work on that at some point in January. But hopefully it's something that's either already started or not very big. But anyway, so I'm kind of waiting to see what happens Monday at my meeting to find out what's drawn, because I kind of my goal is to, once I find out what has been drawn for that month or for the next month's challenge to have finished, I kind of want to dedicate right then and there to that piece, so that way I know that it gets done. And then the rest of the month I can work on whatever I want to. And there's a ton that I want to work on. Like, I really want to work on these little months. I want to get those finished, and they only take me a couple of days if I take them to work. I have a couple of presents that I want to get finished, and just some other like things that are really close to being finished. And if I would just sit down and do it, it would get done. So I'm kind of at like that point with January. I have a list of stuff that I wanted to start. But I'm kind of also just waiting. I'm just waiting to see what happens with this challenge thing on Monday. Oh, crap. That was the thing I was going to talk about. Okay, so the other thing that a tiny little 2018 recap, because whatever. If you want a 2018 recap, go watch all my videos from 2018. But the smallest 2018 recap that you would get from me is that I did have 20 finishes last year, which for me is really good. This year, though, I want to have more than that. And I also this year want to really FFO some stuff. And I am sending Heather those pieces to hopefully have flat folded this year. And then it's just those couple of like really big pieces that I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with them, because I don't have room to frame them. I have like one main wall left, but that's where I'm putting all of like my prayers and stuff, and I'm leaving a big space open for my Haid if and when that ever gets finished. Not if, when. Okay. But in all fairness, some of the really big ones, I don't know. I still am deciding. Y'all have given me so many really good ideas, but I still just don't know. And some of them I don't even know if I want them anymore. I don't know. So I'm still thinking on a few of them of what to even do with them, but the rest of them I'm going to send to Heather to have flat folded. I'm really excited that, you know, she wants to help me with that. And so I'm really excited about that, because her flat folding is really good. And, but yeah, 20 finishes, and I have 45 whips at the moment, which is really insane. And I probably have about 40 on my list that I want to start. So it's not exactly the best situation. It's not exactly the worst situation. I'm trying to get some of the really big ones out of the way. And a lot of the ones that I've been starting are smaller and are easier to get finished. But I was in that I want to work on 2 different things every week. And I don't know. I'm not really feeling that. So I'm just going to kind of see what happens with this year. And so thank y'all for coming along on the ride for this year. It is a new year. Lots of new things. Hopefully. Lots of finishes. Hopefully. And lots of FFOs, hopefully. And also more blog entries, hopefully. You know, I'm not going to promise the world. I'll just promise to try and be better. That's all I can really do. But thank y'all for being here the last year. If you are new, welcome. I hope that you subscribe, like the video. Don't dislike it. There's no point. I didn't make you stay here this long. But the same as usual, thanks for sticking around. I really enjoy it. I love our little small community. And leave some comments down below. What did you work on over Christmas? What was your favorite gift? Did you get anything Stitchy related? All those things. Leave them down below. And also let me know what you think about the new intro and these little side cards over here with information for y'all, because I'm excited about them. I had a lot of fun making them. So I will talk to y'all next week. Bye, guys.